Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Just Angie. It's my favorite things. I have a very special guest in the house today. I'm going to let her introduce herself and then we're going to have a conversation. Karibu sana, Jenny.
Asante, and I'm really glad to be here. Thank you so much for the invite.
You're very, very welcome.
Yeah.
Please look into that camera and introduce yourself to my guests.
Okay, my name is Jennie Wachira. I'm a divorce recovery coach. I'm also a counseling psychologist. And I'm also a founder of an organization called Sadref Africa that deals with, or rather helps and supports people who have gone through separation and divorce. Yeah.
Wow, karibu sana. So it's one of my favorite things because when I heard about divorce care, you know, because that's how I heard about you, Jennie Wachira, who does divorce care. So I love it because we've got to take care of everyone. And sometimes even the church, we don't know what to do with people, you know, when they've gone through something, either single mothers, they're divorced, they're widowed. Sometimes we feel like they're sidelined, they're not remembered. So I'm really grateful to hear that you're doing what you're doing about divorce care. And I had the privilege of speaking at one of your dinners, which was really nice, one of your events. But I'm very interested to understand, Jenny, why did you go into divorce care, or how did you go into divorce care?
Okay. To respond to that, I know mine started as a painful journey due to my personal story, having gone through divorce. And that time, I didn't have good support. Yes, to take me through that. And just trying to navigate my way through, I made a lot of mistakes. And when I was stable and I got my way out, I just felt I needed to support other people so that they don't get to making the kind of mistakes I made, just trying to get out of that pain. And trying just to be back to myself. So that's how I found myself there. Yes, and it has been a journey because even just trying first to get to see how to support that in church. So even something else I do, I support as a volunteer a lot in churches, just supporting people who are in church and are going through separation and divorce and they don't know how to handle that in church. So it has also been a good platform just getting to, for me, getting to support them.
I think it's important because sometimes we don't want to mention these things, we don't talk about them, we don't know how to help. So it would be interesting to see even when you go to the churches, are you dealing, like if they have a divorce kind of community, then do you get leaders from the community to be able to do that, or do you get people from outside? It will be an interesting dynamic. But I'm grateful that you're doing that. How long have you been doing this?
Basically, informal and now formally, I can talk of around 6 years. But I started just in a small way, like on one-on-one. Before now, I just got to a place like I needed to now find a platform in church and also through the organization that I founded, because I needed now to reach out to people, not just even in church and also in the marketplace, just even supporting them so that they can also be able to come back to church. Because through that encounter, many they ran away from church because of perhaps how they were treated and how they were not understood. So by that, they find their way back to church, you know.
That's good. But there's a lot of pain. So how have you dealt with, at least you're a psychologist as well. So you're a trained psychologist, so you're trained to deal with these things. But divorce is very messy, it's very painful, it's very personal. Do you find that people are at different parts of it? Are they angry? Do they get healing? What has been some of your experiences?
You know, divorce is a loss.
It is. It's a grief. It's like a grief situation.
Yes. You know, you have to go through the loss and grief cycle. It's just like death, and even how we put it, divorce, it's even more intense than death, because with death, you know, you bring a closure, but with the divorce is like an open, you know, like you don't actually bring it to a close, because perhaps in the marriage you had children, so this is somebody that you'll get to meet, And you will get to meet their, they're out there,
Yeah.
And this thing hasn't really been easy with people, because now getting to that point, and as you are pursuing your healing, and getting to a point that you are not relating well with your ex-spouse, and in most occasions, perhaps you need to discuss about the children, or just see how to navigate around the areas about the children. It becomes difficult. So it's like you're opening the wound each and every time you're trying to move forward, and something else now, there are always triggers to make you have to address that, But just getting to that point of even the experience of healing, going through this, what I've come to realize, since now I get to work with these people on a day-to-day life, be it in a group platform or just one-on-one. And one of the major things, just understanding, when you go through divorce or separation, you need to get to a point of processing and unpacking that. And that's why when you are in that state, when you are out of your marriage, it's good just to take a break from, even getting into the relationships, because you need to reflect, what happened, in my previous marriage. What was my input to the breakup? What did the other person do? So this helps you to be able to unpack, and that's now the beginning of healing. As you unpack, as you process, it gets to a place of you now getting even to accept, this thing
happened.
It happened. And because you see people, before you get there, there's a lot of denial. Because, of course, as a human being, this is not, getting into a marriage, perhaps is not something that you really planned to be out of it. You had invested in it emotionally, your physical presence and all that you had to put in that marriage. So letting it go is not as easy. What I say is just not like being out of it physically. There's a lot that it takes,
internally.
Yes, you could be out physically, but you're still struggling to detach. To detach from that. So it's good. It's a good moment just to take time off, so that you are able to reflect. And through that, there's a lot of even losing yourself. You need to also be in a position to really work on you, to see what is that break. There's the crashing of the inner you that you need to take time, go through repairing it, and all that. Just getting to understand who are you, why did you do whatever you did, what did that breakup of the marriage mean to you. In all this process, it's a healing process before even you think of what next. At least you've taken time off, and the duration matters as well, depending on the gender and also on the person, how intense you had invested on your relationship, and also your personality. So we cannot have a time frame and say you should take months or years. It all depends. Yes.
But you said something about gender, because I don't know, maybe it's me. Now you're the experts. Maybe I find that men move on quickly. Is that true, or is it because of some of the myths that they say, or stereotypes, that men cannot be alone? Is it true that men move on quickly? Now, I was actually surprised to find a lot of men. When I came for the dinner, I was like, wow, this is it's a balanced community. It has all women and men. Because many times when in my mind, I was expecting more women. But I was pleasantly surprised to find the men there. And I think that's brave. And there's definitely something that they found from you, because they're coming, and that's good, because usually men, I'm always amazed that they can go out and watch a football game and discuss nothing serious. And that time, things were very serious, so they're not people who talk a lot. So I was actually really amazed that you had quite a number of men within your community. But in terms of gender, do the men bounce back quickly and quicker than women? I know you've said you've done a disclaimer at least, because it's about personality and also what happened, or maybe your investment into it, But is there a gender thing there as well?
Okay, this I'll talk because, as I told you, these are people that I get to talk to. So I'll talk of what is the actual thing, and what perhaps is perceived to be.
That's a good one.
Yeah. But what happens with men? For one, you know, there's stigma. You know, for a man, the way they're brought up, you need to man up. You don't need to talk about your issues and all that. Yeah. So if there's gender that suffer silently, it's men.
Oh, Jenny.
Yeah, because even of the shame, you know, I am a man, you know, how do I go talking about what I'm going through? Because, of course, that now exposes you as a failure.
Yeah.
And you don't want to have that. So you find a lot of men, they go silent on this when it happens. And these are the people, because now they are human, they are suffering, you know. So even how it gets to manifest in them, these are now they get into some kind of behavior or habit, like they get into drinking. They get into perhaps, you know, watching pornography or something that will get you out of that. So you find that they get to, you know, harming themselves more because they cannot speak out. But now when we came open with this platform, you know, there's a platform where you'll come. We say there's no judgment. You come as you are. It's not, we say, it's not about who did what. You come, you know, you are a human being. You could have been the one who has done wrong or the other person, but it doesn't matter. Here you are coming, you are hurting, and you need help. So just come as you are. And this is where now it got to a point, because now getting over now the stigma of going silent because you don't want to really be judged by the society, the church, the family. This now, we found that now men are coming out. And they're coming out that they need help. And from the real thing and my observation, men even hurt more than women. Because, you know, for men, they are not, it's not like women, I'll meet you, I'll tell you what I'm going through.
Even at the salon, I'll tell the hairdresser, I'll tell everyone, anyone that is going to listen to what I'm saying. So we tend to talk more.
Yes, you tend to talk more. And that's how even you start like, you know, pouring out what you're carrying. But for men, you see, they just keep inside what they're going through. And this now hurts them more. So as they're coming, many of them, they are almost gotten to their age, you know, about they're talking and committing suicide, doing this and that, you know. So it's just like trying to rescue them now, quickly getting them out of that point where they are in. But there's a question you asked about now them looking like they're moving on very fast.
Like they bounce back.
Yes, after the divorce. After the divorce. Actually, it's not okay. Okay, it happens, yes, but it's not that they are healed or they're in a good position of even handling a relationship or another marriage. But from the testimony, this is even what other men have said, you know, they call it a cover-up, because you are not in a position to process all the things that you are going through by yourself. You feel exposed. You don't know how to handle that by yourself. So you try to get a cover-up so that you are able, you hide under that person and help process what you are going through. Because you find, eventually, you'll find not many of those relationships or marriages survive after they are through with that season.
After they're through with the cover-up season or processing.
Yeah.
What happened, but not in another relationship.
Yes. Because after now you get through that, your eyes are open. It's like, how did I get myself here?
Here again.
This is another mistake that I'm making right away.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a way, even as we get to them, we tell them, here is just slow down on relationships. Just think about you first. Take time, heal, so that you are able to get yourself back. So even when the time now gets and you feel you're ready to move to the next step, you actually understand what you're saying and what you want or what you are looking for from the other person.
I found people really, I loved your event. I really did.
Wow.
I loved the people, the community. There was a relaxed, you know, there was a vibe. People are relaxed, and I thought that was amazing. Is there anything you want to say? Because I may ask you very many questions, but what do you want to say about your journey with the people that even you've journeyed with in the community? What have you found?
Okay. For one, perhaps one thing I would want to say, and this is something, is a conversation that is actually going on. Is it that the divorce rate has gone high, or what is happening? Because now you realize the numbers are going up and up.
Yeah.
So the question is it that the rate is going up or what is happening? But according to my own observation, I think we've gotten to a point, people are no longer silent. They are tired of hurting. They are tired of being in a fake situation. They want to get out of that. So for me, it's like more people are coming out. I need help. And with this, that's why we say on the ground things are different. Divorce does not choose. You get all kind of people. It's not a respecter of, you get even the people who you'd say they are serving in church, the men of God, the women of God. You get those people high, you know, they have the big titles in society. Getting to that point, they are just hurting like anybody else. That's why when we come to help them, we are like, everything else put at the side. Here you are coming as an individual who is hurting, who needs help. Because now, when again you come with the titles, you know, where you're coming from, again, it will not be, it will not work well. Yeah. So, and there we relate, we say, what has brought us together is what has unified us is the pain
that we are feeling.
That you are feeling of divorce. It's not about anything else. So that is the unifying factor. The pain of divorce is what has brought all these people together. Yeah. And we find while there's a lot of support. That's one thing that people miss out there. That you find a place, a support group, a support system where you can come and talk of how you're feeling. You can come and talk of, you know, an experience you had with your ex-partner as your parenting, you know. So actually it gets you to a point of I can talk, I can say things as they are, and people will not judge me. I can be me and just put things as they are. I don't need to come, you know, to sugarcoat or just be fake. I can be me and just be able to express myself. So you find a very authentic platform that you can come in, talk as it is, support each other. There's one thing, perhaps my experience I can share that will help the other person to do it better when perhaps they get there. Yeah, so
and then so you have because we're out of time, but so you have programs. Are they programs or platforms that different people can plug into?
Yes.
To come and seek the help that they need.
Yes.
And then I'm sure there are different levels as well. There are people who have gone through different levels of the healing, and others maybe are at the starting point. Maybe they're angry because it's like grief.
Yes.
You know, grief also, you get angry. You know, all sorts of emotions are coming up. So there's ways that now you know, because you've done it for 6 years, that you know how to do what you need to do for the people.
Yes.
Has anybody become remarried? Just interesting.
Yes. No, interestingly, in the process, what we say there are 3 exits. Like as you go through healing,
that. 3 exits. Okay. Okay.
As you go through healing. There are 3 exits. Okay. One, you'll find even as you're going through healing, in the process you come to realize the reason that made you leave your marriage was not enough. Perhaps you reacted based on the situation or what was happening that day. Okay. So when you've come to the end of the program, you realize, okay, I think I can give it another try. I can reconcile. We have people who have reconciled. They've gone back to their marriages.
Do they both have to have gone through the program?
No. Here now we are dealing
just one
with
person.
one. We're dealing with one.
Like
because
that.
even one thing, we don't encourage them to be on
Together.
one platform.
Yes.
Because you want the person to be themselves.
Yes.
So in case even they contact you, they need help, and you realize their spouse is there, you tell them, no, you'll wait until we will.
This one has finished. Okay. So one is reconciliation.
Reconciliation. Now, second, we have the remarriage now. You can get to the end and find, okay, I have all the reasons that I wouldn't want to go back, and perhaps there was violence, you know, things that have threatened your life, or all the reasons that you find is enough, I cannot go back to that. And in fact, even for the people that I know this year, we are in August, we've had around 9 to 10 remarriages.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're not going through the process. There's no cover up.
No.
These ones are for real. We have gone through.
Yes.
This is the exit.
Yes.
This is what I take out. So we're getting remarried.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And the third one, you just get to a point, we say that you choose to be civil. Like you're okay as a single person, you accept, and you just choose to pursue your purpose and just serve God while you become civil with your ex-spouse. Like you come, you forgive, you can sit with them, talk about the children, you can have coffee. In fact, you become friends. Because even there's a place we get to, like we ask them, you know, get to a point, even ask for forgiveness. If you cannot face them, if you can't sit with them, you can do an email, ask for forgiveness, and also forgive them, so that you get to a point you can relate, you know, you can still remain friends. You don't have to be enemies.
You don't have to be enemies, yes.
Yeah.
And how long is your program?
Okay, now depending on which program you're taking.
Oh, okay, there are many programs.
Yeah, yes, depending on which. We have one that helps you to deal with your childhood trauma, since now, yes.
That's a good one, because we all have a lot of childhood trauma.
Yes, because you realize your experience or encounter as a child informs who you are today as an adult. That is
so true.
Yes. So if you don't take time and reflect.
Deal with the childhood trauma.
Yes.
We're never going to get this right.
Yes. You'll find even whatever you're trying to solve now, you might not get it right, since you have to dig deep what actually happened as you're growing up.
I love that.
So one of the now programs is just dealing with that so that to be able to help you to do that. The second program that we have is now the one that it's now divorce care, that goes for 14 weeks, helping you now deal with one thing at a time. Like we have different topics each and every week, helping you to be able to unpack. You know, this is the point where I came in very heart deep. You know, we call it deep heart. You get to a place where you know, you are angry. How do you deal with anger when it comes? You get to a place of dealing even with the people in your life, the in-laws, the friends, the church, and all that. You get to a place now of forgiveness. You get to a place of how do you deal with the children, co-parenting, and all this, you know. So all this process, because now this is how we handle them, to help you now be able to reflect and relate, you know, and put your own experience there. So by the end of it, you realize that you'll have tackled everything. And by the time you are finishing, you are like, and why was I angry? Why did I take this thing so, you know, difficult? Kumbe is something I can actually forgive my ex-spouse. By the end of it, by the way, we have people who just go back to the ex-spouses, forgive me for what I did, you know. Yeah.
I'm so grateful, Jennie.
Yeah.
You're doing a great work. I think you're doing an amazing work. We'll put out your contacts so that they can join if they want to join or get help. And I don't know why, I'm just feeling like maybe you should have a program for those who are thinking of getting out. Do you have such a program? I think you need that program, because I would also, because sometimes you're considering it, or is it that serious, you know? Because I think for myself, if I had like a lot more wisdom, you know, maybe we'd have turned it around earlier. But I'm really grateful for the outcomes that you're having and for what you're doing. We're really proud of you, and we really want to encourage you and say, keep doing what you're doing.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We also have a website, perhaps I can share so that they can check on the work that we've done before. Yeah, you can go check www.sadref.com. Yeah.
Sadref is SADREF.
Yeah.
.com.
Yeah, we are also on social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, also on YouTube. You can check, even our contacts are there, our emails, you can book for sessions. We also do one-on-one, because we say there are cases that are very personalized, that you can't even go through them in a group.
In a public
we also do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then there are people who also opt to do it in a
group. Yes, because of the strength that you get from the group, the group support, which is also very powerful.
Amen.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yes,
thank you so much. 6 years in,
Yeah.
I've been saying to all my guests, we'll have you back, because we also want to know what else has happened. And then you have events. You guys have fun events. You have dinners. You have what? You have so you have fun events as well.
Yeah.
Because I think one of the other things is divorce can be lonely. So at least when you do things in community, you can go through your healing process. You can choose to be quiet, but at least you're engaged in activities. Because I really enjoyed when I came out for the evening.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came.
Thank you.
And perhaps one parting shot I can say, because this is a really, I'm really big in this, that yes, you lost your marriage, but the most important thing, you shouldn't lose yourself. And that's why we take you through healing. We don't really go through what you did or did not do, because we want to rescue you. We want to get you back to yourself, because we say once you're complete, you're whole, you're healthy, you're healed, you are able to tackle other things better, relationships better. So what we say, ultimately, the most important thing that you can save is the relationship that you have with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, Jennie. Thank you so much.
Asante.
I'm so encouraged. I'm encouraged. I'm feeling enlightened, awake, and happy.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
I'm so happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
God bless.
Amen.
I hope you have learned. Me, I can't add anything. Mmesikia.